Yo, every week I scour the interwebs to find juicy free games for you to enjoy, and this week is no exception. We got an interesting mix of games this week, and I want to start with The Prison, which is most likely where you're going to find me if the wife doesn't stop asking about going to IKEA on a damn Saturday. Seriously, like who the hell wants to spend their Saturday afternoon at IKEA? Anyway, let me introduce you to The Prison, a modern reimagining of the classic 90s game. Here you experience a vividly detailed prison world and what one would call strategic multiplayer gameplay. Customize your inmate, follow a gripping storyline, and discover new items and secrets throughout the prison. And the question is really, will you escape or rule from within? A funky action strategy MMORPG in a setting we don't get to experience that much in gaming. Next, let's take a quick look at Havoc, a 100% free-to-claim first-person shooter that wants sole control of both your eyeballs. Havoc is an arcade tactical first-person shooter with semi-destructible environments. It offers a variety of game modes including bomb defusal, team deathmatches, free-for-all, and a gun game. It's currently off to a rough start with mixed reviews, which is most likely due to its movement and gunplay. It needs a bit of work and it's pretty detrimental in a first-person shooter. Not to mention the big fat microtransaction slap on the booty that this bad boy has. But to be fair, it does seem that the developers are listening, fixing and adjusting the game according to the feedback, which is nice. But Havoc is in early access, so keep that in mind. Listen, if you want to stay up to date on free games and get them served to you in this quick and quirky setting, then do us both a favor and smash the subscribe button. It means a lot to me and it helps keep me out of IKEA. Oh, and as always, links to all of the games mentioned in this video are in the description and they take you straight to the deal, so no googling required. Next, Sword of Convallaria, which is out for anyone in love with Japanese turn-based and pixel art genre, as the game is trying to revitalize the beloved genre. Here you get to collect and train a roster of mercenaries and customize your squad and use your own strategy and brain power to save the nation of Aria. It's off to a rocky start with a total of 500 mixed reviews, but I suggest if you're interested in the genre, take it for a spin and see if it's something for you. Next, let's take a look at Slap That. Here you slap almost anything blocking your way in order to get deeper and deeper and discover what's going on in this world. And once you find out, could you please let me know through a DM because I have absolutely no idea what's going on. This bad boy doesn't take itself too seriously. It's a fun little short game where you have a good time breaking everything and wrecking havoc, so what's there not to like? Next, let's take a look at Squared Adventure. Here you embark on a journey through tunnels, caves and ancient temples, solving puzzles and fighting all kinds of hostile creatures and ex-girlfriends. To be fair, the aim here is to be smart, avoid traps and think carefully. 3 things I am incredibly bad at in real life. Anyway, it's an interesting looking pixelated goodness of a 2D platforming puzzle game with a sprinkle of retro on top. It's pretty good looking. Next, let's take a look at Real Car Drift Racing, a arcade drifting game with both multiplayer and single player game modes. Here you can enjoy a huge open world environment and have fun driving in your pretty own way. It's pretty smooth with a good car feel, which I guess is important in a driving game. To be honest, I am much more of a simulation guy myself, spending a bit too many hours and money in iRacing. But this one as an arcade is not too shabby at all. If you're lucky enough to have some of those things that are called friends, then you can ask them to come over and have a game of Drawful 2, which is free to claim until August 28th. To keep it short, Drawful is a game of terrible drawings and hilariously wrong answers. You have to be a minimum of 3 players to enjoy this bad boy, so I guess if you don't have 3 people, it's literally unplayable. It's definitely worth having in your library and pull out whenever it's necessary. Goddamn, that sounded pretty wrong. We leave Steam and let's take a jump over to the Epic Store where there are a total of 5 juicy offers for you to claim. 4 games and a bundle for the dying game of Apex Legends. Lumberjack and Rawmen, which we discussed last week, are still up to grabs until August 8th. In Lumberjack you play as a bear bent to destroy everything man-made on Earth and allow the trees to win. It's a real stop oil kinda game. and Rawmen, which is an amazing game that allows you to throw hot ramen noodles at your friends. And let's be honest, don't we all have a friend who deserves a ramen slap in the face? There's really nothing like it, a multiplayer battler that cooks up a tasty take on an arena shooter. Here you get to sling soup, fling food and battle as a beefy chef in a game where weapons are an absurd concoction created in the kitchen. It's pretty cool and I suggest you take it for a spin. Then once we hit the 8th of August, you can claim the Apex Legend Conduit free unlock bundle, which I have absolutely no idea what is, as well as claim Cygni and DNF Duel, which is a repeat free game if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna skip the Apex thingamajiggy and go straight to Cygni, which is an unrelenting onslaught of eye-popping visuals, ear-busting soundscapes and mind-bending action. You're pretty much outgunned, outmanned and on your own. You plunge into a sky full of hell in a last-ditch battle for survival. To be fair, I was caught by surprise by the juicy visuals of this bad boy, like the explosions are really a 10 out of 10 sick fish approved level of goodness. A super fun action top-down shoot 'em up arcade style shooter I guess, that's currently sitting in with an asking price of €30, so it's a great value for a free game. And last but not least on the Epic Store is DNF Duel, and to be fair, I have never played DNF Duel, so I have no idea if it's any good. It's sitting in with mixed reviews on Steam, and it seems it was a sick ass fighting game abandoned by its devs like an unwanted newborn outside of a fire station. I was actually surprised that the game cost a whole €50. I mean, I live in a pretty sketchy neighborhood, and do you know how much fun I can have for €50? I mean, of course you don't, but trust me, it's a lot of fun. DNF Duel will most likely get an influx of new players with the low finger experience, so it should be fun for the first few weeks until people see why it's sitting in with mixed reviews and would rather sit on a cactus for a more pleasurable time. Anyway, it's worth trying to get your own opinion at least, and it will be free to claim starting August 8th. If you're quick, you might be able to try a few nice free tower defense games as Steam are running their Tower Defense Fest of 2024. To be honest, I didn't even know this was a thing, but I mean, as the name suggests, it's a monkey ton of tower defense games at a pretty cool discount, as well as a significant amount of free games to try. As always, there's a Steam page dedicated to the sale with some nice categories for easy browsing. If you're interested in tower defense games and have one of those big brain strategy boys, then have a look in the description where I've left a link that takes you straight there. By the way, and if you're interested only, I've left a link in the description for our Discord channel. We kinda sit there and talk about weird stuff and share free games when we see them. If you're interested, hop on in and say hello. And that pretty much brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch my video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, subscribe if you haven't, why not? Thanks a lot for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.